So right now it's noontime. I want to say it's been like a week since we've been here last. In that week span, it's rained. It's been windy. It's gotten. I don't know. I don't think it's gotten necessarily hotter. I think we had a few days in between, but we've gotten back to like highs in the 60s and 70s and lows in the 40s and 50s. Sometimes even like just high 30s, which is fine. Whatever. Um, I did just spray something because it's getting hotter. Even last time I noticed there were a couple of bees. My mother said hornets. I don't think there's hornets. I think there's a couple of solitary bees. My hope is that there's no. They're huge though. I don't know if they're solitary entirely, but my hope is that there's no nest underneath um, or behind the skirting of the house, because there are a couple of holes here and there. But I would assume that we would hear that through the vents first. Some things to notice. The two planters I planted fell over, which I'm not entirely surprised. When we planted them, the whole thing was, well, we should have brought rocks. We didn't bring rocks. Okay, they fell over. That's fine. If they maybe rooted up and they're still whole, I can just pick them up easy. I will. If it's that all of the soil fell out and they're just throughout, I don't think I'll pick them up. We came late in the night, and the light got connected, or I guess reconnected, because since we bought, there had been, I guess, the light bill had been paid a bit, so we reconnected last night. But when we came, it was dark, and I thought that the solar stakes from Walmart, those 4-pack, that 6-pack of solar stakes would be on. I have to check those to make sure that there's not a film and there's not a set that we're missing that we didn't do, but they were not on. Very upset, very deceptive, feeling very deceived. And then, okay, so the daffodils looked great the last time we came, and that was after they had been planted initially. Now, days are getting longer. Maybe the sun is shining more brightly. I don't know what happened. Maybe some deer came and ate. I have to check it out. But like the daffodil and the poppy, especially, the blooms have faded. Maybe once the rain comes in more in full, like more regularly, maybe we'll see more of the bloom reappear, at least of the poppy. I don't expect the daffodil necessarily to come back. And then the armeria is still okay. But I also do want to take off the stakes, because even though, especially if they're not lighting up, and they're just maybe serving to magnify light on the plant, we don't want that. With the little clear that might be focusing on the plants, I don't want that. So I'm going to remove the stakes from there. Don't know where I'm going to put them. I'm not going to try again today to put the gate. Initially, I wanted to mark out the area. I don't know if we're going to have time to do that today, because we stayed overnight and it's really hot. We never usually here this early. It's very hot, actually. Let me figure out what temperature it is. So currently we're in the Raleigh area, and we moved farther down south. Raleigh, the temperature is 70, I think it said 61, and over here it's 80, 63, the high and the low. And I think the current temperature right now, I just checked real quick, is I want to say it was 59 in Raleigh, and it's like 70 down here. Mind you, I think it's like literally, it must just be 12 o'clock right now. And technically we're still in winter. I don't know how I feel about that. I was reluctant about coming down to North Carolina, regardless, because of the whole, I like my winters. And now, is this the norm? Was listed as a red hyacinth, but comes off pink to me. Maybe it'll get red. Maybe the red of the hyacinth is just pink. So it's hella dry though. And then, wow, they call it a barbecue rosemary. Why don't you just call it rosemary? Why with the barbecue? My mother got I guess they were both $7.48. No, this was $7.98. They had the individual bulbs for $2 something. The whole thing was it's $3. It's a better deal. I wanted the three anyway because I saw them. I'm like, oh my god. Actually, I didn't see them. I didn't see them. I walked past them and I'm like, what's that smell? And I had to use my nose to find it out. But we do have some new stuff coming up. I need to stop buying topsoil, I wanna say, but I have a bag of, oh my gosh, all these bees. I have a bag of, I don't know if it's garden soil or whatever that was left over from the last time. So anyway, let's get to work. Yeah. And I think my mother got these actually. Apparently there are some latex gloves and she didn't realize they were latex, to which she is allergic. So I have new gloves. They're latex. You know, I always want to walk here because we did come in the winter and I was walking with my Crocs. But now that all the life is alive and out, well, the animal life is alive and out, it's like, maybe not. These stink of rubber. I mean, obviously, but these stink. Anyway, hopefully I can turn these off. All the pollen on the car. It's just, look at that. Not fun. Look at that. Not fun. Let's see if I can get a picture of this bee. I don't want to, though. Here are the plants. The armeria, I'm not sure why it looks tilted. And it looks like maybe the flowers, the old petals of the poppies, just flew off. Because we do have the new buds. So maybe it's just going to be a cycle of flowering and not flowering. Even there's looking, you know, some newer growth on the daffodils. But I'm hoping we get a nice rain. Can you hear the bees? They're buzzing so fast and they're so big, and so you wouldn't expect. In terms of the bulbs I planted, oh, are these little crocuses we've got? Actually, or is it just some other nice spring flower? Okay, we've got some of that over here. I'm not gonna be upset about that. So you know, once spring officially starts, that'll be something to see what pops in and what doesn't, because we're still in winter despite this heavy ass temperature. Oh, that is a hornet, I think. For a wasp, I couldn't see it too fast. Don't hornets make like a noise? Or it's only when they're approaching you? I don't know. That's something. Ugh. I did spray. Is that going to be enough? I don't know. Ugh. I think this is rose, but I don't know. Those look like rose hips to me, but I don't know. I think they are, right? I also got to figure out what fire ant mounds look like and if we have any. I think if these are roses, we have 3 of these. And my plan, regardless, is to take them out because possibly the skirting will be removed and replaced. So I don't want, if they are roses, to lose them. If I can transition them into potted up plants, that'd be nice. I was explaining to my sister that here it's 59. No, that here it's 73. Feels like 73, and back where we are, I guess in the Raleigh area, per the Wikipedia, the Google weather, it's 59. So it's like a whole 14-degree difference. Mind you, today is just March 1st. We're still in winter technically, friends. So here's the one pansy that will be saved. I don't, you know, there were 4. I guess they got eaten, is the idea. It does smell very fragrant, I guess, over here. I'm not sure from what. I don't know if it's exactly the cypress or not. But that's fine. That means I get to keep these planters for something else. I think the next time, what I could have done, if I knew I didn't have the I don't think that would have done much difference. I think it would have just risen. But I could have maybe dug a hole around where I meant for the base of this to go. And then put it in there, but now I know. There's also this brush. I don't know what this is. Let's approach it. First off, these coniferous plants already producing conifers. Why those conifers look like sedum? That's wild. Oh, I guess there's from a distance. I see them pills. Yes, but whatever this is. Yes, but whatever this is. I guess the bees seem to love it, or whatever all these flies are. I wanted to say forsythia, but I don't think I know. I guess we'll see in a little while. I guess I'll maybe Google it or something. Or someone can tell me. That's great. Is that honeysuckle? I know on the coastal plain there's a lot of marsh. I don't know if it's that a lot of the trees fall by themselves. Moth? Butterfly? I wouldn't know. It looks like a butterfly to me. I think I've seen them before. It's mostly black. It's blue speckled. Seems to be feeding on that vegetation. That's interesting. Unfortunately, probably a good amount of these trees are gonna go. Maybe not so soon, but soon enough. So there's the driveway up from the main road. Even though the main road and the side road are, I guess, on paper or technically the same road. I don't know. It's like a big square. It's weird. My planter's knocked over. It's March 1st. Currently in Roseboro, it's 73 degrees. It's disgusting. Do I fit in? Am I a farmer's daughter? Am I an international harvester? Golly, it's hot, y'all. We don't have any plants here. I guess they decided not to do a... Okay, so it really is just an L-shaped bed in terms of the landscaping. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah. There's a couple of trees, all this brush. The idea, I think, is... I mean, it looks like it's dying out already. But if it doesn't die out, I'm gonna get one of those rolling things and roll it over. Maybe just one of those flat stumps and roll it over. These trees... Sorry, these shrubs or trees? I can't tell. These looked better. I guess that looks like a tree now. It looked like a shrub before. Is that some type of maple? I don't know. It looks like some type of maple to me. An oak? Anyway, that's coming out. I need to come out sooner than faster. There's like 4 of them. There's too many. Gosh, there's too many of them. I have my billowy long shirt, but I'm literally sweating. And it's just new. I've only been out like 10 minutes and I haven't even done any work yet. Oh my gosh. It's so hot. I know my Caribbean blood is screaming like, you traitor. You wimp. And it's just like, I am. I'm a winter baby. I was born in the winter. I was born up north. I can't deal with this heat. I can't deal with this heat in January. It's not even the right month. Gosh. First and foremost, I just want to say that I like bees, but if these bees want to put up an aggressive stance and just be aggressive for no reason, not that we can tussle, but they'll be on my radar. Secondly, my mother wanted her hat back. I guess this is better. It's not necessarily, you know, creating that sweat line over here. It's more breathable, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to talk awnings. We're gonna have to talk about awnings and enclosed porches for me with this heat, because no, ma'am. And then also, I thought I was gonna have to, you know, seed the area with grass, but okay, bumblebee. This is why I like me some lone carpenter bees. Why are there so many bees here? I don't think it's a colony, but there's just a lot of them. And it probably are carpenter. But like, anyway, I thought I was gonna have to do a lot in terms of the lawn, but I think the grass is coming back anyway. So maybe I'll just have to like tend it and, you know, promote the grass growing. Anyway, I feel like I've lost weight, not from any of the work here necessarily, but just from the recent bout of sick I had. A little dehydration, a little I can't eat days. That's what you get, you know. I'm gonna have to not put this on if I'm doing work, absolutely. actually, I just made the decision to undo all the work we did last time and just, let the cypresses die off naturally in the sun. Maybe they shouldn't be in the sun unless they catch fire. I don't know how that works. They're supposed to work. I guess all 4 pansies were not eaten by the deer. Only one of them was still in soil, though. The rest were pretty dry. I did replant them just in case they happen to be like, new life. So, I don't expect one of them to survive, though, really. So, here in front is the one that's probably has the best chance. Second best chance. There's one there and there's one there. There was some other bulb around that I did just plant in there. I am going to use, there's still some soil there. I don't know if I'm going to transfer it over here or just leave it there. But whatever excess soil I have today, I'm just going to use to cover and mound up because soil is actually very dry. I don't know if that'll actually just overheat the plants or not. That might be a thing. It might not be. But all the half-open water bottles, the water shower are going to go there. We are getting finally some cover from the sun. It's not beaming down so much on us now. I'm probably going to plant up this rosemary. I would have loved, however, to have been able to plant it up in a smaller pot. But I didn't buy it for me anyway. But I'm going to put it in there for now. Actually, maybe I'll just leave it in there and then put soil around it. I think that's what I'll do, actually. I'll just leave it in its pot and then, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this should be something that should go on the ground. I don't know. Something to think about. So the rosemary likes full sun, so it should go in the front of the place. Now let's be able to move it around. Let me see what it looks like with respect to this. I mean, I guess it could fit in there if I put all the soil in there. I guess what I'll do then. Yeah. Was it great to have gloves to garden with? Absolutely, yes. Did they make my hands sweat? And is my hand now covered in thick, runny, viscous liquid from latex gloves? Absolutely. I'm also generally sweaty. I had to take a couple breaks inside. So everything's planted up. The stakes are removed. I'm going to put them on some other side of the house. We've got now the armaria. I still don't have enough soil to cover as I want. Maybe I can try and source some soil. We'll see. I've got the armaria. We've got, what did I plant last time? It's not gladiolus. We have a bunch of gladiolus that I still haven't planted yet. We've got the hyacinth, the armaria, the peony, some pansies. Excuse me, the poppy, some pansies, the daffodils. I still need to, I need to move some soil over here because this is not it. I'm gonna try and get all of the excess soil that's not currently potted up. I'm gonna try and get it to cover this bed with, and hopefully some of these come back. If not, okay, they were 25 cents each, and nature happens, life happens. So I don't want to compact it too much, but I also don't want to compact it, so I just give it a couple taps there. I didn't mean to build this up, but it did, so oh well. The rosemary, actually I hadn't really smelled yesterday. It smells so fragrant. pie it up. I thought I didn't have enough soil. I did. It was pretty much just only one bag. I just had to plant it lower than I probably would have otherwise. I'm not going to put it in there. I don't want it to overheat. Let me just drag it over here. So yeah, it's just here. There's a lot I had planned to do today, but it's so hot. I'm realizing now, plan ahead for what days I'm going to be gardening, what times I'm going to be gardening. I like the afternoons to garden. You know, these plants might have had a shock because of the translating in the high heat, but I'm going to have to try and be really strategic with days I plant. I'm going to have to get more planters. I'm going to see about moving roses in when I should move them if I can. So we're going to try and get those 3 roses out of the ground and into some pots. Yeah. Yeah. I have this metal butterfly stake here. I'm not sure why it's backwards, but here it is. I have it here. It's a bit loose in there. I'm not really sure why, but I had a bee one next to it, and for whatever reason, every time I came over here, there were some bees hovering. I figured maybe it's because of the big bee. Maybe they figured, is that the queen? I don't think that's how it works, so. But I think they light up. No, they're lit now, right? Am I? That's why. That's why. Okay. Come. Come. I think ideally I would like to put a bunch of stakes in a planter to be like a really focal light source, but I don't have soil or cement or any type of substrate to put it in. So even though I think they're eventually gonna move, for now I'm gonna put them on this side of the house. And once I remove the sticks, that's what we'll do. I don't know if it's on traffic rain right now as well or not. Anyway, all of these have the sticker, so I took one out already. So that's why we had no light when we came yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. This one as well. I mean, these are easy enough to move anyway.